afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Let me get my headphones in. That's what I forgot. I forgot that. And so, trying to block the sound out. There we go. There we go. Now I'm straight. What's happening? I told y'all before, I think one day, a couple days ago, that I was gonna talk about this particular topic, dealing with rejection, because on a daily basis, people deal with all kinds of rejections every day, and some are able to balance it, and some are not. Those that can't balance it are the ones that snap because they're tired of trying and not realizing, you maybe it's how you're trying it that you need to take a look at. So, um, you know, it ain't personal. That's the one lesson I think I've learned through the experiences that I've gone through is it's not personal. You you know, if I was on a different path, it would be something else. But on this particular path that I'm on, this is what I'm dealing with. You see? Um, and it could always be worse. Austin, what's going on? Let me see who I got up in here today. what's going on, Austin? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me. You're the first person up in here today. Whoa, wow. Anyway, but like I said, rejection is not personal. And if you never learn to adapt and adjust to what you perceive a rejection is, then you'll never grow. That's all you when you start adapting and adjusting. If something rejects you, then they just don't see greatness. It's just that simple. What's going on, man? How you doing, New York? They just don't see greatness. And then when they do see it, it's gonna be too late. when it was right there in the palm of their hand, they couldn't appreciate it. But now that it's gone, see, everybody, that old saying, you don't miss your water till your well run dry. That's a true statement. You can have people that you're loyal, you're faithful to, that take it for granted, don't appreciate it. And then when you move on, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? What do you mean? Why I'm acting like that? Why are you acting like you are acting? I'm still the same. You can count on me. I, you know, I'm, I, you can pick the phone up and call me. and I'll stop what I'm doing to come and see, you know, what's going on. And you still don't appreciate that? I mean, really? Really? So when you start personalizing what you perceive as rejection, it's when you're taking on water. You're taking on water. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening when you start personalizing it. When you start thinking, you know, it's because of you, what you're doing, and it has nothing to do with you. But the growth is going to come from adjusting and adapting. You know, okay, this didn't work. Let me see what else I got in the bag. See, a lot of y'all scared to go in your bag and pull out what you got in there, your ideas. Because you think people going to laugh or people going to, they're going to make fun of. See, that's why a lot of y'all don't want to try nothing. Because you done already counted yourself out before you even start. You see? And that's another thing. Not only you got to deal with the rejection of people, but you also had to deal with the rejection from yourself. Because that's very real. You can talk yourself out of, I'm sure you have talked yourself out of many blessings. Because you couldn't see it. It didn't make sense to you. You see? And when people start rejecting whatever it is you are presenting, it's because it don't make sense to them. What's going on, Amir? Okay? It's just that simple. That's all. It ain't personal, man. It ain't personal. Quit personalizing it. Quit thinking it's about you. It ain't about you. Well, it is about you because that's what's going to make you grow. When you start dealing, when you can't have it your way, you either going to sink or you going to swim. It's just that simple. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are rejecting you are thinking that you're going to drown. They ain't giving you a chance. They're not giving you a chance. They're not, they don't think you're going to make it. You're going to be just like the rest of the people that get stepped on, walked over, abused, used, and discarded. And you put you in the valley of the dead. And that's what they think when people start rejecting. They done already put you in the valley of the dead. You're not supposed to amount to anything. You're not supposed to accomplish anything. As a matter of fact, your world is supposed to be shattered because they don't want to be a part of it. And those are the ones you say, okay, I learned my lesson. Next time I see this particular trait, I know to avoid it. Because you done taught me that lesson now. See, that you did more to help me than you did to hurt me. That's how I see it. When somebody wanna, reject what you're doing and who you are, yeah, you might want that relationship. you might, you might be let me see, physically attracted to that person. You know, it's good. The attraction is there. It's good. But they don't want to be, they don't see the things the way you see them. And it's no sense in you being bitter and angry because somebody don't want to be with you. Why are you upset? They actually saved you some drama, some time by saying, I don't see that. I don't want to be with you. Okay. I don't have to dislike you because you don't want to be with me. I don't have to, to make my face up every time I see you. No, none of that. None of that. Whatever time you spend with a person, you enjoy the time. Enjoy that time. That anger and that bitterness and being upset, it ain't hurting nobody but you. It's only hurting you. So let it go. Move on. Okay? Just move on. I know it's hard, man. I know it is. I know it, especially when you gave it your all. And that didn't work. I mean, you gave it your all, and that wasn't good enough. You don't think that sting? You don't think people are hurt and disappointed when they gave it their all, only to get the door slammed in their face? You have to have a strong constitution to get up and keep moving. Because the average person would be bitter and angry and upset and fuming and plotting and scheming, because they feel they were mistreated. Instead of learning from the lesson and keep it moving. Keep it moving. You learn now. You won't get caught in that trap no more. Because you know what it's like. You know the characteristics. When you see it, no, see ya. I'm gone. Bye. Nice to see you. I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. All right. Well. You're supposed to become stronger. A lot of people fall apart because they think that it's something wrong with them as to why they're being. Man, if can't nobody see the goodness in you, why are you blaming yourself for that? Why are you looking down on yourself for that? Can't nobody see the good in you. They ain't for you. If they can't see the good in you, or what you are, cause some people, why are you trying to buy me? I'm not trying to buy you. And the Bible say, wherever a man's heart is, that's where his money is also, ladies. So if a man is giving you his money, his heart must be there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting it. You wouldn't be getting it. And then if you did get it, you got a deadline to return it. Or give up the panties. One of the two. And that's life. That happens every day in life. It happens every day. And you're not good enough for the public, but you're good enough for the bed. Outside that bed, you don't serve no purpose. And a lot of y'all scared to cut it off. Because if you did, at least you getting something. That's your attitude. At least you getting something. But it ain't fulfilling. It ain't satisfying. It don't feel right. But you're settling for something. And as long as you're selling for something, what's supposed to come to you can't get to you because the space is already occupied. How what's supposed to get to you gonna get there when somebody else is already up in there? Because you couldn't wait. You had to manipulate the situation because you couldn't see how it was gonna happen. And you end up screwing yourself. Just that simple. Because you impatient. You can't see it. Man, all you can do is if you are a believer, is hold God to his word. That's all. Ain't no magic to that. This is what your words say. Now either I'm gonna believe what your words say, or I'm gonna try something different. And so far, you got a lot of people been trying a lot of different things. And that's for the people that's got itching ears, looking for something for nothing. There's no such thing as something for nothing. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. And most of the time, you'll end up selling your soul and don't even realize it. You done sold your soul. And it's too late now. Once the revelation come to you, it's too late. Ain't no backing out. Ain't no oops, I'm sorry. No. So you can do what you want to do, man, but all I'm telling you is whenever you start dealing with a whole bunch of rejection, don't take it personal. Because you're gonna grow. Take whatever it is and make the best of it. Make the best of it. See how creative you can be. And when you start tapping into your creativity instead of panicking, and that's what a lot of people do when they start facing rejection, they panic. And that's not the thing that you want to do. All right? All right. I just thought I'd just come on here and talk to y'all. Don't give up, man. Don't be too quick to throw in the towel. Just because it's not happening the way you think it should happen, or way the other people think it should happen. You hold your course. And eventually, Things are going to turn. It can't stay bad forever. They're going to turn. And you got to recognize when you see that turn coming, so you can get in the mindset. You see, so that's all things are possible to him who believes. All things are possible. And that's where you got to stand firm in your beliefs against all odds. Okay? Got to stand firm, man. No matter how many times people say no. If you believe in what you're doing, you're going to take a licking and keep on ticking. See, that's what you're going to do. You ain't going soon as you're going to find a way. Okay? All right? Always. And that's not, see, listen to me. Always staying positive is not easy, because you're going to have situations that's going to challenge you. And since none of us are perfect, you're going to have moments where you might cuss a mofo out. That rub you the wrong way. Don't mean you're a bad person. Just that you know nonsense. So don't get it twisted. I'm not mean. I'm not angry. I'm no nonsense. And you come to me with some nonsense, this is how you're going to get treated. Simple as that. And have you ever noticed that the people that's always trying to put you down, make you less than, is doing probably less than you? They ain't living high on the hog. Everything's not clicking in there. That's why they got time to focus on you, because ain't nothing working in their life. If something was working in their life, they wouldn't have the time to be occupied by what's going on with somebody else, because you're too busy focusing on your stuff. That's how you know when people are full of crap. Making all these different profiles to come and chat on your stuff. You ain't got nothing going on in your life. And then you're going to come and think, I'm supposed to be impacted, but with your rejection. It's supposed to matter. And you don't even have the nerve. What's going on, Tanya? Don't even have the nerve to come and do anything, to stand for anything. But you can be a keyboard warrior. And seeing a lot of y'all are subjecting yourselves to a lot of rejection from keyboard warriors. See, they come in incognito. They don't want it. They ain't coming in as themselves. They coming in incognito. And then gonna be trying to throw some bricks at you. Make it make sense. There are many individuals who's always trying. Well, you got to realize that that negativity has been very profitable. Been very profitable. You know, the meaner, the you know, the coldest you are, the more, you know, the least compassion, having no compassion whatsoever. See, all that stuff been, you know, you can go negative and get rich overnight. Being negative, get rich overnight. Because that's what people, you know, that's they hung up on that. That's real to them. But you know, are you fulfilled as an individual? You know, are you happy as an individual? And most of the time, it's gonna be no. No, they're not happy. But this, and see, again, if you don't know yourself and you don't know who you are, see, you'll start believing some of this so crazy talk from people that ain't got a clue about who you are, what's your purpose. They ain't got a clue. Ask most people right now, man, what's your purpose here on the earth? I don't know. Or something stupid. Like have as much sex as they can have and go to many parties. Something stupid. Something stupid. But intellectually, man, what's your purpose? They ain't got a clue. Ain't got a clue. Don't have a clue. You know, so be not discouraged. Be not discouraged. I know it's tough. I know it's tough. But withstanding that toughness only makes you a better person. Only makes you a better person. That's all it's gonna do. Make you a better person. And you know, all you got to do is endure. That's all. Just endure. Be creative. Be creative about how you keep your head above water the right way. Be creative. And don't be afraid to tap into your creativity. Don't be afraid. When you start tapping into your creativity, you know, it's you'll get used to that voice. You'll get used to it. And you won't question it. You'll just embrace it. Like the same voice that told me truth conductor was the same voice that told me stop hating each other because you disagree. And I know I got something. So I'll endure whatever hardship because I'm sitting on a gold mine. All I got to do is just withstand, persevere. and just, not take the rejection person. Because as it stands, 5 years ago, I started with stop hating each other because you disagree. I was right then. 5 years ago, I was right. And as we start getting more and more, all we getting is more divided. More divided. And people on the same boat, fighting each other like cats and dogs. No, not even realizing if one half of the boat go down, they all doomed. And they trying to, instead of plugging the holes, fighting each other like cats and dogs. And the rich got all the lifeboats. Ain't no lifeboats on this boat. None whatsoever. Well, but see, that's for grown-ups to disagree in love. Mature people. And you just got a whole bunch of people that thrive off this confusion, off this division. They thrive off of it. That's their motivation. It's just to keep this division going. And you can only blame the people, because that's what people allow. If they didn't want this, they wouldn't allow it. So obviously, this is what they want to allow. And like I tell you, oops, I'm sorry, it's too late. It's too late. Anytime you get oops, I'm sorry, too late. Too late. Damage done. Damage is done. Okay? But anyway, don't take rejection personal. Man, grow. Grow. Take that rejection as a challenge. Take it as a challenge that, you're going to come out on top anyway. Regardless to whether something or someone could not, you still going to come out on top. Because that's who you are. You never give up. You never give in. You're constantly trying your ideas. And that's really one way that you can avoid dealing with rejection is, man, just keep being proactive with your ideas. Just throw yourself into an idea. Make it work. See, and just, develop a brand. Develop a name. Because if nothing else, I've gotten Truth Conductor, the Truth Conductor brand all over the world. Right down in front of the White House. I've gotten it all over the world. Free, just using my imagination. That's the God heaven truth. Just using my imagination. I told you, there's some country right now that I'm probably an international star in, don't even know it. From playing the national anthem down in front of the White House. So many people are showing, beaming it back to their country that I've gotten some international stardom and don't even know it. Don't even know it. That's very possible. That's very possible. And I tell people, it's not going to be that one day I'm going to be too busy to come down here and sit and do this. I'll be traveling all over the world. All over the world. Talking to people. We got more in common, y'all. We really do. We got more in common. but they have successfully gotten it to Democrat versus Republican, liberal versus conservative. Um, Nothing but division. Nothing but division. That's all it is. It's division. Nobody's saying, hey, but there are good people on good and bad in everybody. How come the good people can't come together? Why the good people scared of each other? That's a good question. And so far I haven't gotten an answer. Why good people are afraid of other good people? And they believe in the same Jesus and don't want to even speak to each other. But they want you to follow their Jesus. And they scared of somebody else that believe in the same Jesus. Won't even speak to them. Make it make sense. All right? All right, y'all. I got me a good half hour in. That's good. So the replay viewers, that thank you to all of the replay viewers, to all of the subscribers. Man, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Um, but don't take rejection personal. It ain't personal. It's just one of those tools that you either gonna grow from it or you just keep repeating it. You know, and this and see, in a sense, I can understand Diddy's conviction because in some cases he was just ruthless, just as simple. He was just ruthless, and it's gonna be interesting to see, cause that guilty verdict touches a lot of people, a lot of athletes, a lot of wealthy people, a lot of judges, a lot of senators, uh, politicians. It touches a lot of entertainers, touches a lot of people. A lot of people flying folk over for sex. A lot of people doing that. A lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people. So it's going to be interesting to see, just how hard they come down on him because he's the one setting the precedents. What other people are going to have to be, this is what other people are going to have to stand that they're going to have to accept. So it will be interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all later.